You're very welcome back to Unstable TV. We don't really do videos like this. Why is that, Danielle?
When we started the channel, we did say we didn't want to get too political or anything like that. I know we do a lot of military videos, so that kind of went out the window, but a lot of stuff's been happening in Ireland lately, and it's kind of reached a boiling point, we think, and it's just being shown all around the world. So we feel like it's something that we need to talk about. So that's what we're going to do.
So we have a few points we're going to talk about. And obviously, one big point is Conor McGregor visiting the White House. And then one of a prominent Irish creator being cancelled for expressing said views. A lot of Irish have been speaking up before all this happened. But as Danielle said, we have reached a major boiling point in Ireland. And voices that weren't being heard are now being heard. And it's ringing throughout the Emerald Isle.
So this is basically about the immigration in Ireland. Too many people coming into Ireland, really. Draining Irish resources. Not enough resources going to Irish people. And the housing crisis, pretty much. That's the gist of what this is and what we're going to be talking about. It's been pretty heated. Oh, I'm sorry. The government failures as well. That's a huge thing. It's been pretty heated the last few years on social media and on the news everywhere, really. The Irish news, anyway. Like I said, it came to a boiling point when McGregor went to the White House the other day to talk to Donald Trump. We're just going to discuss what happened and then give our opinions at the end. And let us know what you think about it all.
If you guys weren't on the internet or you weren't watching, which is fair enough, we're just going to play a clip of McGregor now. So this is him coming out of the White House door after being invited by Donald Trump.
Happy Paddy's Day, America!
So that clip there was him being invited and basically announcing he's there. It was more or less to let the government in Ireland know, I'm more welcome than you are.
Conor McGregor was invited on St. Patrick's Day, and that's usually supposed to be the Taoiseach, who is the Prime Minister pretty much of Ireland. That's usually their spot to go over and give shamrocks to America to say, you know, we still have a good relationship. Conor McGregor was invited this year instead, and he had a lot to say.
It's to commemorate Irish Americans and how much Ireland has contributed to America, and the Americans are thankful for that, and we're thankful for their generosity towards us. Yeah, so this was basically Donald Trump saying he doesn't agree with the Irish government, which he's right, because
a lot of people
don't, and they silence anyone in Ireland with a voice, which is what they have been doing.
And we will get to that with the Irish influencer in a couple of minutes.
Yep. We're going to play a clip of the Taoiseach of Ireland meeting Donald Trump, so we'll play that now for you.
Irish American Appreciation Month you've named there. Who's your favourite Irish person?
Oh, there's so many. Are you kidding me? Well, I do happen to like your fighter. He's got the best tattoos I've ever seen. I don't know if I'm a big, but that. You have. Well, Conor's great, right? You know, talking about Conor, but you have a lot of great Irish fighters, actually. Great fighters. I don't know what that is, but Ireland's always had a lot of good fighters. You know why? Because they're tough people. They're smart people and they're passionate people. And they really have been over the years. So many. I think your father was a great fighter, right?
He was. You're doing
wow.
Right.
And yet, look at you. You're so smooth and so.
He was a very good defensive boxer. He could duck and he could weave.
So that was him meeting Donald Trump, and you can see he talks about Conor McGregor. Donald Trump says to the Taoiseach to let him know Conor McGregor is his favourite person, and you see the Taoiseach nodding along and agreeing, and even talking about his own father having a boxing history. But little did he know, or he probably knew, McGregor will be invited shortly after this. This is basically what McGregor said at the meeting in the White House, and it just blew up from there. So I'll play that clip for you now.
What is going on in Ireland is a travesty. Our government is the government of zero action with zero accountability. You know, our money is being spent on overseas issues that has nothing to do with the Irish people. The illegal immigration racket is running ravage on the country. There are rural towns in Ireland that have been overrun in one swoop, that have become a minority in one swoop. So issues need to be addressed, and the 40 million Irish Americans, as I said, need to hear this, because if not, there will be no place to come home and visit.
So yeah, that's what McGregor said. Look, he wasn't wrong what he said, but a lot of people don't agree what he said because of McGregor's history and what he's done. Now, I personally believe what he said, there's absolutely merit to it, 100%. But he may have been the wrong person to say it, because a lot of people are going to turn around and just completely ignore what he's saying and dismiss what he's saying because of what he's done. Which is, you know, that's fair enough. But his points, take away the person, the points that he made, I feel like they were right. They were correct. There is a lot of things in Ireland with the Irish government and the immigration policies that absolutely need to be gone over, I suppose, redone, checked out, evaluated, everything immediately. And he's right by saying that. But is it going to happen? Probably not.
What McGregor had said in the speech about the village, the population's changing so fast, rural Ireland is being destroyed, the streets are violent in Dublin. Yes, they are. There's enough facts and articles to back that up. Even the Taoiseach himself admitted his own daughter had told him that our capital city, the city centre in Dublin, was violent. She had told him this, and he stated this in an article. And on top of that, he also hit out at McGregor, saying McGregor does not speak for the Irish people. Now, a big shame on him saying that an Irish man can't speak about his country, or an Irish woman.
Conor McGregor is, and he officially announced it today, that he is running for the presidency in Ireland this year. So we'll see if he does actually speak for the Irish people and if the Irish people want him in.
And then, after him saying all this, on a major news outlet in America, they interviewed McGregor to see his response, and here it is.
Great man. I told him his work rate is outstanding, and I wish him all the best.
Conor, the Taoiseach says you don't speak for the people of Ireland. Your response to that?
I am an employer of over 200 people, almost 300 people in the country of Ireland. He's an employer of none. Every available metric available to us has shown that the government of Ireland currently has failed the people of Ireland. In 10 years, Dublin city centre has gone from one of the most safest cities in Europe to one of the most dangerous. So shame on him for saying that, speaking down on an Irishman. I won't speak about him personally. Throw a jab, I could throw many jabs at them. I could throw jabs handily at them. However, I speak on the metrics, and the metrics show they've failed the people of Ireland. They do not represent the people of Ireland.
Conor,
and I'm
what
here.
do you say to people who feel it's inappropriate for you to be here, given...
God bless Ireland, God bless America.
And as you can see there, he hit them points back at him. And he didn't go after him personally. He went after his government, the metrics, and the facts. He didn't go after the person.
I think the government are a bit afraid now what can happen, obviously, because McGregor is very close with the Trump administration now, and, you know, America is the leader of the free world, as they say, the number one superpower, so it's, you know, it says a lot that they've chose McGregor there instead of the actual Irish government, which a lot of Irish people will agree that they need to sort themselves out, because there is a huge problem in Ireland. It's not just about immigration, it's about a lot of stuff, but that is a big topic, and it needs to be addressed instead of just being ignored and saying everyone's far right this, far left this, racist that. It needs to be a discussion, open, in public, an honest discussion about what's actually going on. And I think we might get there now after this. I thought that until this big Irish influencer came out and said something and got cancelled the day after.
It's very sad, because what he said in his video, he addressed all sides and all points. And he was very clear and precise when he started the video. And he ended it. And he was misconstrued, and in internet fashion he was taken out of context. And he had to deactivate everything. So what that video is, we're going to play that for you now.
So Conor McGregor was in the White House the other day. I have been inundated with messages to talk about this. Now, I get asked for my opinion on these kind of serious topics all the time. I don't know why the fuck people care, because I just shouted cups of tea on the internet. Now, the reason that I prefer not to make videos about this sort of shit is because I don't think it's fucking useful. The entire story of the world is being told in poorly researched headlines and 40-second fucking TikTok clips, and it is making people fucking nuts. For me to talk about this in a way that's even approaching being useful, I need to spend 25 minutes talking about Conor McGregor the person. I need to spend 40 minutes talking about immigration in Ireland. I need to spend 40 minutes talking about the fucking economy in Ireland. I need to spend an hour and a half talking about our fucking government. Now, my opinion on Conor McGregor is irrelevant, but I don't think he's a good person. I don't think it's particularly hard to find evidence of that. But it doesn't surprise me in the least to see a lot of people agreeing with what he was saying. There absolutely is an immigration issue in Ireland. That doesn't mean that people feel like we shouldn't take the refugees that we're able to take. It doesn't mean that people feel like people shouldn't be able to come here for better opportunities. But the systems that we have in place are being taken advantage of. And that is plain to see. And the government continually does not allow people to express their concerns about that. Along with this, Ireland continues to become one of the richest countries in the world, while most people's quality of life is going down. Our towns, and especially our cities, are becoming much less safe. Now, that's not just because of immigration. There's a lot of factors to that. But if you can't see that that's happening, then you have not left your house. Communities all over Ireland are concerned, and their concerns are continuously not being heard. And when you continuously suppress what people are feeling, you turn them towards more extreme beliefs, you increase their distrust in the government, and you push people towards racism and extremism. Now, no doubt, a lot of people in the comments are going to completely misconstrue what I've said here, but that's the internet for you. Anyway, stay delicious.
Yeah, so there he is, Garron Noone. I mean, he's talking about all sides of the coin here. Irish people, immigrants, Ukrainians, the government, everything. He didn't miss anything. And all he said was, yes, Ireland has an immigration problem that needs to be looked into. That shouldn't be that controversial. That should be, yeah, fair enough, okay, we will. I don't think anything he said was wrong. I think he was actually very fair with the points he made towards everything. And I don't know, people just didn't like what he had to say, and it's horrible. And he did say pretty much the same thing as Conor McGregor, obviously slightly different, but the same points. Why is he just getting hidden from the internet now because he had an opinion on something that it needs to be looked into? What's going on?
The sad part about this is, like, this was his first time really taking a shot, as in, like, trying to speak that wasn't comedy or music. He actually decided, right, I'll actually talk to my followers because they wanted to hear his voice and his opinion because they follow him. He's an influencer.
Yeah, but he's like Ireland's sweetheart.
Yeah.
That's basically what he's known as. He does music, does comedy skits, does tries and taste tests. Everyone loves him.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to see that this has happened so quickly. And in the space of like 12 hours, everything was just gone.
Yeah. He's no longer delicious.
No. And this is our first time speaking about this as well, so we're a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
But that's another point that Garron Noone was making as well. Ireland is a rich country, but the people aren't doing well.
We're not seeing anything from it.
So, how does that make sense?
Like, Ireland will be told to the rest of the world is a rich country. Not for the Irish, though. The Irish aren't saying it. They're basically doing their own fiscal famine. We're an island. That's all we are.
These are just the problems that we feel need to be addressed as well. And that's basically the problems that everyone is saying needs to be addressed, and are just getting ignored all the time.
That's why it's hard to watch all this, because when they're saying that, and then we have a stage where we have Conor McGregor over there saying this, like Danielle said, yes, everything behind him, they're going to run with that. The troubles he's had in the past. And they're going to try and pull that as far away from the point as possible because of the stage he has.
Yeah. But does that take away from the points he's actually making now? No. Especially when you have influencers like Garron that everyone absolutely loves, pretty much saying the same thing. It is a problem and it needs to be fixed. It needs to be looked into immediately. It needs to be immediate action taken.
But there's a lot of us that don't want to keep having to leave the island.
Yeah.
Like we should be entitled to have a life there. Like, we are Irish, we are Indigenous Irish. You guys can look this up yourselves. Like, a lot of this stuff is fact. at the moment now it's all being brought to centre stage. We're not against anyone working and getting themselves a better life and better health. Absolutely do that. But yes, we are against the open borders and illegals coming in and not being fed, not contributing.
Now, we're not saying that these people shouldn't be coming in or anything like that. We are saying this is a government thing.
Yeah.
The government need to fix this. There's no issue with anybody coming over, getting a better life, looking after their kids, working, blah, 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 this, that and the other. But the government need to fix the major problem that's going on right now.
It's like, we're not saying it's the people's fault. Like, they see something that's better for them. Like, God only knows what they're going through or in their country. Like, it's the government doing this, not them. We're not blaming them. That's not their fault. They're saying, I can be fed for a night, or I can, you know, of course, you know, we wouldn't want anyone in the street starving or anything like that. But Irish are not being looked after first.
And if you don't agree with us, disagree with us down below. We want to hear everyone's opinion on this. If you think we're wrong, say it.
Yep.
That's it.
We're having a conversation with you guys and all our followers watching. We're just talking, we're sharing our opinions on what's going on. Like, we have lived through some of the stuff. Bo, Garron Noone, Conor McGregor is saying on the main stages. We have lived this and experienced it. And if you want us to make videos going into greater detail, there will be videos like that in the future. But we just want to give our opinions and 2 cents on this.
And our opinion is basically the same as like 80% of people in Ireland. Things need to change. They need to be more transparent. The government need to actually tell people what's going on and stop hiding things. That's it.
And listen to the people when they're speaking. Because this is how radical ideologies come about.
Yeah.
Like, you're making people out there asking basic questions to be radical. That's disgusting. Because that's not the case. These aren't radical people. They're everyday people that go to work, pay their taxes and go home and look after their family. And they're asking to see, they're entitled to see where their tax money goes.
Yeah.
And they're entitled to be outraged about anything they deem un-Irish in Ireland. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
If they feel their one day should be celebrated for them, yes, of course, it's for the country.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, we are going to have to wrap it up because we don't have enough recording time left. On our phone, we have 3 minutes left of space to use, so we're going to have to leave it there. If you want us to keep talking about this, or you have comments or questions or anything down below about what's going on or what we're doing or anything like that, drop it down below and we'll try and answer them in another video.
Yep.
We'll make sure we have plenty of space for that one because we didn't realise we were going to be talking for so long. And let us know and we'll do like a part 2 on this as well.
Yep. And we'll include all your comments as well. We'll go through the video answering everyone's comments.
Yeah.
So if you have comments and you want to talk to us, comment down below.
Absolutely. But anyway, there was all the information. Our opinion is things need to change in the government immediately. What do you think?
That has been our 2 cents. We'll chop ourselves out of this.